Hello, and welcome to another episode of The Long Rest. I'm Logan,
And I'm Brandon.
and today we're going to be doing another class video for you here today, folks. We're going into the fighter.
Cha-ching!
So, Brandon,
Fighter.
what's a fighter all about?
Fighters are your most versatile class.
Mm.
I mean, you can kind of do anything you want to and kind of be whoever you want to. You know, you can be that up close and personal, strong, beefy, burly, melee fighter you'd want to. You can be that kind of dexterous, quick, nimble fighter if you wanted to. You can be that ranged fighter, and I'm using fighter in the other sense of like actually fighter, but like that ranged individual if you want to.
Yeah.
You know, from the combat perspective, like you can do anything, and you can set up those stats to kind of follow whatever guidelines you'd want to. Do you want to be wise? You know, there's not necessarily a play that you have to be, you know, outside of those physical stats to fit that void, but you can kind of do whatever you want to.
Yeah, you really can. So, the playing field's really open when you do choose fighter, but the most important thing is when you do choose fighter, what you start out with.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, for starters, as a fighter, you're up close and personal. Your hit points matter a lot. You're going to start off with a D10.
They are one of the nice martial classes. They get that D10 dice.
Absolutely. You need those hit points to stay in the fight, so obviously, we want that D10 there.
Yeah.
So, once you get your D10 hit dice, after that, you get your saving throw proficiencies. Saving throw proficiencies, strength and constitution at the end of the day.
If you want
to...
Oh,
yeah. Honestly, I totally forget.
If you don't mind looking over here.
Yeah, over here, as I fill out, right here. Today, we are introducing you to Chuck, the human fighter. Chuck is a level 1 human fighter, since he does get proficiencies in strength saving throws and constitution saving throws.
Correct.
Those modifiers are going to get his proficiency bonus, meaning we'll fill that out later as we go.
And then the hit dice would be, if you want to show them.
Oh, yeah. Hit dice is going to be our D10. I got that one pre-written out.
So along with that, we do get to choose 2 skills when you choose a fighter. At level 1, you get to choose either acrobatics, animal handling, athletics, history, insight, intimidation, persuasion, perception, or survival. So all across the board. I mean, it just kind of depends what the vibe of this character is going to be.
Yeah.
You know?
I really like if it was a athletics, because that just kind of makes sense.
It does.
You're a fighter, you're an athlete at the end of the day. And then perception, because you're on high alert. So what I did here is just highlighted athletics, perception. Once we get our stats themselves, we'll be able to go out and fill those out, but we know we got proficiencies in them.
Which takes us to our weapons. And you get the gambit. So weapons,
you sure
get
do.
Simple and martial weapons.
Absolutely. Weapons. All!
And you can do the same thing on armor. Because you get light, medium, heavy, and shields from the get-go.
You're a proficient little guy, ain't you?
It's very nice. Jack of all trades.
Hence why it's a great platform for whatever you want to fulfill with that role. You know, you can disguise the limit.
Yeah. So we do come to our starting equipment you get at level 1. And so we do have a couple of choices here with a fighter. You can start with a chainmail, greatsword, flail, 8 javelins, a dungeoneer's pack, and then 4 gold pieces. You can start with studded leather armor, a scimitar, short sword, a longbow with 20 arrows, a quiver, a dungeoneer's pack, and 11 gold pieces. Or, for 3 choices on this one, 155 gold pieces, which is a decent amount of gold.
I would say that's a pretty good chunk right there.
Yeah.
That's a really good chunk. What that tells me right there is your equipment is, whichever one you start out with, it's either going to be a strength-based fighter or a dexterity-based fighter.
Correct.
At the end of it, or whatever you want to make of it when you buy the things.
Yeah, and we always advocate. This is for where your session 0 really plays in. So make sure you communicate with your dungeon master. Make sure you're on the right page, getting the right equipment for what your adventure will be starting at. So,
yeah, absolutely.
This moves in. Excuse me.
No, go ahead. No, I'll go. This is where we get to go through and assign our abilities. So, like we said, you either really get to choose between a strength-based fighter or a dexterity-based fighter. Strength, obviously, you have that saving throw proficiency.
Yes.
It's also going to mean you're probably wearing heavy armor, and you're going to be wielding more of the heavier martial weapons.
Yeah, for
like
sure.
long swords, battle axes, great swords, great axes, lances, anything in between. A whip, I guess whip is dexterity. So any of those strength-based weapons that don't have the finesse property, that's going to be your bread and butter right there. And then it's just a matter of
literally everything.
Yeah.
Every weapon is typically, there's not very many finesse weapons out there. So
yeah,
if
truly.
you're wanting to be that, you have the gambit.
Exactly. So essentially, if you're getting up in melee, you're probably going to be strength-based. If you're going from range, you're going to be dexterity-based. For our guy here, for Chuck, he's going to be a strength-based fighter.
Yeah, for sure.
He's got the big muscles to prove it. So our 15 score is going to go to strength. For those playing along at home, we do the standard array for these little pre-builds. So we do 15, 14, 13, 12, 10, 8. Our 15 is the highest one. That's going to be strength. That makes our modifier a +2. So since we have proficiencies in their saving throws and athletics, we get a +4 in both of those slots. What's next?
Definitely takes us down to our constitution. You're going to want it, especially where you're building a melee character. The important thing is to stay in the fight. So we're going to want that pool of HP. So we're going to put 14 there, which will lead us to a +2 as a total. And then since we are proficient in saving throws, we'll have a +4.
Yep.
So
absolutely. Next is really
open up.
Yeah, it opens up the field for whatever you want to fulfill with your fighter. Dexterity is a great one not to dump.
Correct.
At the end of the day, it's going to determine your initiative, dexterity saving throws, depending on what armor you're wearing. It'll also depend on that. If you have some sort of dexterity ability, it also means you can do ranged attacks even though you're strength-based.
Correct.
And it's still going to be at a good positive modifier. So I definitely wouldn't dump dexterity. I don't think Chuck's the most dexterous person, so let's pick another skill that Chuck would be good at.
I think, go ahead, we're going to say something different.
I would say the cool thing is once you pick the first two, the primary abilities for your fighter, you're going to pick Constitution always as a good one not to dump, and then either Strength or Dexterity. Everything else is flavor. What your fighter's good at. If I'm a guessing man, he's already got proficiency in Perception. So let's say he's a little more wise than the average Chuck.
Chuck feels wise, you know?
Yeah, he does. So we're going to give him a 13 to his Wisdom, which makes the modifier a +1. His saving throw, a +1. Same with Animal Handling, Insight, Medicine, and Survival. Perception, since we got that proficiency, is a +3.
Perfect.
So.
And then I think we go ahead and just put 12 in our Dexterity.
I agree.
So we want something. We want a little bit of a bump up there.
We definitely want that bonus, so that makes our modifier a +1, and that's the modifier for our saving throw, acrobatics, sleight of hand, and stealth. All that +1.
So with the 10 and 8 left, that leaves us intelligence and charisma.
Mm-hmm.
So, what are you thinking? 10 on?
I say 10 on charisma. Yeah, he can talk to you. He's still a friendly guy.
Yeah.
He might just not be able to barter too terribly well. So we're gonna do a strength score of 10, which means the modifier is a +0, which also means saving throws, deception, intimidation, performance, and persuasion are all +0. And then finally, that means we have our dump stat. Intelligence. Chuck might not be the smartest.
Not the most book smart kind of guy.
He might be good looking, got a chiseled jaw, but not a whole lot going up in the noggin. So that's a -1 to his modifier, also to his saving throw, Arcana, History, Investigation, Nature, and Religion.
Perfect.
He's not hitting the books. He's beating up the books.
Yeah, facts. If you were to multi-class in or out of a fighter, it is one of the unique stats where you could have one or the other. So you have to have strength of 13 or dexterity of 13.
Yes.
To go in or out of fighter. Just one last tidbit here before we walk into the leveled abilities. And at first level, there's a lot there.
Yes.
What does it start out with?
Absolutely. Whoops, I just dropped that piece of paper. I don't know why I tossed it away. So leading into the levels abilities, the very first thing you get is a fighting style. This is going to help determine what your fighter is good at. Your fighting styles that you can pick from are archery, blind fighting, defense, dueling, great weapon fighting, interception, protection, thrown weapon fighting, two-weapon fighting, unarmed fighting. You're doing a lot of fighting. Truthfully, these are, again, tailoring to what your fighter is going to be good at. Are you good with bows? Archery is the one, because that gives you a +2 to all of your ranged attacks. Right. If you are a defense, that means you're going to have a little bit more beef to your armor class. So you get a +1 to your armor class. Other ones, the unarmed fighting gives you a bonus to unarmed strikes that helps you keep up with your damage output as opposed to just the D4. Or no, sorry, just the strength modifier you would get as an unarmed strike typically. Right. This makes you actually have a dice roll. So.
And one thing I do want to point out, when you level up and you take a level in fighter, you are able to change that fighting style.
Ooh.
So it is important. I mean, maybe you need to role play in there how that fighting style changes. But if you pick something, just know if you weren't the biggest fan of it, you just got to last one level. Hopefully it's not too incredibly long and you can go try something else out.
Yeah, so, absolutely. It also means that your fighter can have training montages.
Absolutely.
Getting better in certain skills, gaining those proficiencies, and being able to adapt to those situations.
Punching the meat carcass in the freezer.
Exactly. Yeah, 100%.
At level 1, you also unlock Second Wind.
Ooh.
Which is a really fun stat.
Second Wind's a good one.
Really helps you out. So you have a... sorry, I started going to the book, which is a little bit more long-winded here. So as a bonus action, you get to roll your hit die, so which is a D10, and you get to add your fighter level to it and heal that amount of hit points. So, early on, being able to roll a D10, +1, +2, +3, and get that quick little bump back to your HP is pretty slick.
Yeah, absolutely. That's going to keep you in the fight longer.
Yeah.
Most notably, you can't give it to somebody you can't get back up from 0, obviously. So this is really just to keep you going at the end of the day.
Use them. And you get 2 of them. So on a short rest, you regain 1 of the uses. And then on a long rest, you regain all expended uses. So use it. Don't be afraid not to.
Yeah, absolutely. Past the Second Wind, you get 1 more leveled ability as a level 1 fighter. And that's throwing your pencil. No.
He's proficient.
The last leveled ability that you get is a weapon mastery.
Yes.
Meaning for any of the weapons, simple or martial, they all have weapon properties or mastery properties. Meaning you're so deft at that weapon that you get extra benefits to it. Like push, cleave, slow, vex, any of those. Each of them have their own little description, just like the fighting styles that you can choose from. Again, this is tailoring to what your fighter's good at.
Yes.
You can change them as you level up.
It's per long rest.
You're right. Yeah. Actually, it is correct.
Very, very common.
That means you go to sleep, you wake up the next day, and all of a sudden you have a different weapon mastery. So say maybe you didn't vibe with push, or your situation coming up is going to be better for cleave.
Yeah.
You're going into a herd of goblins and you need to do a lot of damage instead of being able to push them back and control the battlefield a little bit. But also, it just means you get to try things out. And anytime you go, I didn't like that. Let's try it with this, with a different weapon. So again, more versatility, more making your fighter your very own.
Changing on a long rest is chaotic almost to a certain extent, because you really get to just run the gambit. If you have a plethora of weapons at your disposal with your little cart that follows you around, it's just a weapon machine back there. You just go grab what you want every morning. Now you can only change 1 per long rest, but that being said, you get 3, and then you get more as you level up later down the road. But being able to change 1 is still pretty slick.
Yeah,
you can really cover a lot of bases that way.
Yeah, not to mention having 3 of those weapon masteries is insane of itself, because there's a lot to choose from, which means your weapons could range from something like a 2-handed weapon to a thrown weapon or a ranged weapon to a single-handed weapon. That way you can wield a shield.
Yeah, absolutely.
So without having to long rest, you're very versatile already. You throw in that long rest reset, boom.
Yeah.
just do whatever you want at that point. You're the DM's bane.
So we make it to level 2. And this is where everyone knows what this is called.
Easy.
The biggest and best action surge.
Yeah. An action surge is well worth its salt.
Yeah.
Infamously, fighter, a 2-level dip into fighter as a multi-class is so easy to go for because with action surge, you get to take 1 additional action. Not a magic action.
Correct.
However, you get 1 full action. So that does not include bonus actions. It does not include movements. It is simply action. If that's any of the actions you can take, like ready, shove, grapple, or attack. So you really get just a way to either make up for missed attacks or capitalize on hits and just go ham.
Yeah, which when you hit like that 5th level, that 11th level, when you start getting multi-level attacks, nothing feels better than just go, hey guys, why don't you guys go take a bathroom break? I'm going to swing 6 times or more here. Go sit down. It's okay.
Oh, yeah.
And it's cool because you do get to use it once per short or long rest. So, when you're in those dungeons and you are prepared for that short rest, yeah, it's another thing. You get to use up and regain on a short rest.
Yeah.
You don't have to wait for the long rest to get it back.
Exactly.
Which is important.
No kidding. So, moral of the story, use your action surge.
Yeah.
Early and often.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't hold it just in case.
Yeah.
You also get Tactical Mind, which this one is a pretty cool ability. So when you fail an ability check, you can expend a second wind, 1 of your second wind points, and use the 1d10 to add to your ability check roll. And if the roll doesn't succeed, the second wind point is not expended.
That's crazy right there. That is...
What?
100% reason to use it at any chance.
Yeah, why would you not?
Exactly, because if you don't succeed, oh well, this
might be the one rule in Dungeons and Dragons, especially in the 2024 5.5 space, that is like this.
Yeah.
That there is not a downside whatsoever.
Absolutely, yeah. And the best part is, it's only going to get better.
Yeah.
It only gets better from here.
Yeah.
So, second level in, and the fighter is already versatile as all get out, and very, very dominant in combat, no matter what role they're filling out. Which takes us into 3rd level.
3rd level.
3rd level is your subclass. There are 4 to choose from straight out of the 2024 Player's Handbook. So, with those 4, you get to choose from, I'm on the wrong page, either Battle Master, the most classic one with the maneuvers, Champion, basic fighter, but also very prolific in fighting. You are a champion.
Yes.
No time for losers. And Eldritch Knight, that's where you get to mix in that spell casting with your martial abilities.
Yeah.
Helps supplement what you're doing with a little bit more versatility, plus some really cool action. Yeah, some really cool buffs and debuffs that you can get to, like Blur.
Yeah.
That's a crazy one to throw on a fighter.
Yeah, it is. Absolutely.
Yeah,
that's a good
100%. And the last one, Psy Warrior, which easily one of my favorite subclasses.
Yeah, we're really tearing this up here as we've gone down.
Honestly, I would say they only get better. Like Battle Master is it's complicated, don't get me wrong. Those maneuvers add so much to your fighter. Champion is easily the most basic one there.
Yes.
But it's still incredibly good.
Absolutely.
Then you get Eldritch Knight. That's fun. Psy Warrior. Yeah, we're done.
A lot of really cool thematically based subclass options there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So moving past 3rd level gets us into 4th level.
Yep.
Classically, you get an ability score increase or a feat, whichever one you want to choose. So very simple.
Jump to 5th level, and this is when it really starts getting good. You get your extra attack. So on your actions, instead of attacking once, you're attacking twice now. You also get Tactical Shift, which whenever you activate your second wind with a bonus action, you can move up to half your speed without provoking opportunity attacks. So you're able to get into the fight, throw down what you need to, bonus action, second wind, and then move 15 to 20 feet, depending on where your movement speed is in that range, out of there, and nobody gets to take a swing on you. Unreal. That's a very cool ability.
Yeah.
Able to dance across that battlefield.
And you can kind of pick and choose when you use that bonus action. So you can use it simply to chase after somebody.
Yeah, absolutely.
While still buffing yourself with extra hit points.
Yeah.
So
it's a little rogue action.
Yeah, I would say it really makes me jealous of the fact that you get like basically a little tiny dip into rogue of what it's like to run away.
Yeah, for free.
Quickly and for free.
Yeah.
You can't beat it.
Wait, you're right. The opportunity of being like in a very bad situation and just second winding to disengage.
Yeah.
For free, and then running away, and then action, dashing, and then movement speed.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
You can really go far. Even better is you could action surge once more. Oh wait, no, hold on. Action surge is a bonus action, is that correct?
No, yes.
Are we sure?
No, that's a free action. Surge is a free action.
Crazy. So yes, can confirm. You can use action surge. Use your bonus action to second wind, half your movement speed away, dash as an action, action surge, dash again, and then you still have your movement. So you're keeping up with and or outpacing the rogue. Yeah.
Wild.
That's crazy fun. Burst. It's really just going to make the fighter so useful because not only can you get away, but you can also catch up.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's not much more to say about what you're able to do in just a 5th level.
It takes you to 6th level because you run right to it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
What do you get, Logan?
Not much.
Okay.
Yeah. 6th level really is just more hit points at the end of the day.
You got a lot so far.
Yeah.
You need a break.
Exactly. Yeah, you got to let those casters start to compete with you.
Yeah.
Especially after just hitting your 5th level. Takes us into 7th level, which classically subclass feature.
Yeah.
So whatever subclass you picked, you get a little something for doing that.
And then you go to 8th level, which is another ASI. So another ability score improvement or feat.
Yeah.
A little bit more build on the character there.
Absolutely. 9th level, we get some really good abilities here. First one is Indomitable. Indomitable is if you fail a saving throw, you can re-roll it with a bonus equal to your fighter level. You have to use the new roll, and you can only do this once per long rest. So, at one point, if you fail, re-roll it. You do have to take that next roll, whatever it be. But at the end of the day, it's a second chance to save yourself. You know, when that fireball is coming in, when you fall for a trap, whatever's happening, you have that chance to re-roll.
And now it's an automatic +9 plus.
Yeah.
Like, because you're taking your fighter level. So
yeah.
It's a D20, and then the minimum of additional is a +9.
Yeah. Oh,
it
yeah.
only significantly gets better from here. Because pretty quickly are you rolling, like, no matter what on the hit dice, or like on a hit dice, but on that ability check or a saving throw, you're rolling pretty well.
Yeah. Yeah, so, absolutely. With all your bonuses that you get.
Not ability check, I should correct myself. Just saving throws. But yes. But yeah. It's a great thing to have in your back pocket.
It is, absolutely. Especially in those crucial moments where failing that ability or failing that saving throw is going to mean life or death for you and your party.
Yeah, put everything in jeopardy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. What else we get?
Next, because again, fighters, you're not done yet at level 9. You also get Tactical Master. This is very fun because when you attack with a weapon whose mastery property you can use, you can replace that weapon property with push, sap, or slow.
Wild.
Yeah. Now you can basically ignore those weapon properties on those that you had to pick on your long rest.
Yes.
Just ignore those 3. Pick something else like cleave, graze,
exactly.
Vex. And then at any point you can go, never mind, I'm going to push somebody. I'm going to sap. I'm going to make them slower. Whatever you need.
4 opportunities at that point. Yeah, you're right.
Exactly. So more chance, more examples of the fighter just being so wildly versatile in 2024.
Yeah, and like every single round, you have that opportunity to be versatile, to change what you need to do.
Yeah.
And that's such a cool utility to the party. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's such a cool thing to do with the weapon masteries. That's really fun.
It is. It makes the fighter stand out 2014 versus 2024.
Yeah, it does. Absolutely.
Finally, we're getting to 10th level. 10th level, once again, another subclass feature. So dig into that. Whatever it's going to give you, sweet. You also get more hit points.
Right to 11th level. Where? This is bread and butter here. We get another attack. So we're up to 3 attacks when you take the attack action.
Yeah.
You are smacking hard, especially with the right weapon. And now with the weapon properties at your beck and call, weapon mastery properties, you are doing a lot of work here on the battlefield.
Oh yeah. Just think about this in itself. Action surge, that's 6 attacks.
Yeah.
That's dumb.
Yeah.
That is
4 different weapon masteries.
Yeah.
Like, you have so much to do.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Once you get past level 11, you get into level 12, just like before, and all the other classes. Ability score increase or feat.
And then you get to level 13, which is kind of our last little tidbit here for a while.
Yep.
And you get studied attacks. So when you make an attack roll and you miss, you have advantage on your next attack roll versus that creature till the end of your next turn. Till the end of your next turn.
Yeah.
And I want to double check this in the book too, that everything is corrected. So theoretically speaking, if you miss that first attack, would you have attack advantage on the next 5 attacks?
That's exactly as it reads.
It is.
Yeah.
If you make an attack roll against a creature and miss, you have advantage on your next attack roll against a creature before the end of your next turn. Goodness. I was reading out on all attacks.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, so that it's the next attack.
Yeah.
I read that and I go, that can't be right.
Yeah.
So I'm glad we clarified that.
Exactly. That does also mean things like opportunity attacks.
Yeah.
Also play into this portion as well.
Yeah. So if it's your last attack on your turn, you still have the 3 next round. If it's on this turn, you still get that next one, still gets an advantage.
Yeah.
I mean, it can put you in where you're having a bad day on the dice. At least kind of keeps you, at least from the odds perspective, back in the fight.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. So it's going to be crucial. This one, probably a little bit more in terms of resource management on when you want to use it.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, make sure you do because it's wild.
Now, it does say you have advantage on your next attack roll.
Mm-hmm.
So the next attack roll you would make would have advantage.
Correct.
It would be similar to that being of like guiding bolt, the next attack roll that hits. But
yeah.
14th level?
14th level, a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah.
A whole lot of D10 hit points.
True.
Yeah. So, past 14th level into 15th.
We get a subclass feature.
Yes.
So normally those are pretty good. Those 15th level ones are pretty good normally.
Yeah, absolutely. Then you get into 16th level. 16th level is an ability score increase or a feat. So more coming at you, whatever you want to do there.
17th level, again, nothing, but the HP is increasing, getting a little bit stronger every time.
Yeah, no kidding. 18th level is a subclass feature. So once more, you get something special just for that subclass, whatever you picked.
19th level, we're hitting that epic boon or feat feature.
Absolutely.
This is where you're communicating with the DM at that point, and you guys are kind of figuring out what kind of cool little capstone your character is going to kind of potentially finish off this character with.
Yeah.
And that leads us last but not least
straight into the capstone feature, which is you can attack 4 times.
Dang.
That's great. Again,
crazy.
Action surge, and you got 8 attacks. That's a whole party's worth of attacks.
Yeah, it is.
At the end of the day, a heck of a lot of chances to score a critical hit. I mean, yes, same time you can also miss, but your modifier is going to be pretty hefty. So especially by level 20, your modifier is definitely going to help you succeed a lot more than you do fail.
Yeah, and hopefully you got a decent magical weapon at that point too. Maybe a +2 if you're lucky, +3, and you're going.
Yeah,
it's maybe a little bit less. I don't want to say special, but maybe a little less big ceremonial as some of the classes are. Yeah, but it's still really cool,
Honestly, I like this capstone more than many of the other capstone features
because it's consistent.
Yeah, it's
you
not
really
only
gain the benefit of it.
Yeah, it's not only consistent, but I think it's easily one of the most useful. Like,
You're very
just
true. Very
4
correct.
attacks, nobody's going to complain about that because it's just action economy at the end of the day.
Yeah, and you get the opportunity to do it. A lot of
Yeah.
times, some of those things are very strict on when you're going to use it. You're not going to use it all the time. 4 attacks, yeah, I'm going to use it
all the time.
That's Chuck in a nutshell.
Chuck in a nutshell is his last name.
In a nutshell.
In a nutshell.
If you're looking for a nice kind of beginner class, I mean, nothing is more newbie friendly than a fighter at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
It's a great class for if it's your first time playing, or if it's your 400th character you're playing. It's a great class. And there's a lot of cool options we've discovered here in the 2024 version.
It is. There are no complaints for me from fighter. I think there are great additions that just really help the fighter keep up with the casters. And a lot of times, as we can see with their movement speed that you can obtain, you're outpacing those casters. So,
as we see in most world, and we're curious to know if your game is like this. Most games last, you're playing in that like 1 to 12, 1 to 13 range, and it really feels like the fighter's set for that. It kind of feels like that mentality was at the table when they created it.
Yeah, they made sure that the bulk of your playtime as a fighter is going to be powerful, more powerful, very powerful. Dang, what am I doing? I am incredible.
Yeah, I mean, you could easily be the warhorse, you could be the tank, you could be the damager, potentially deal some magic damage there with the Eldritch Knight subclass. I mean, you could do it all with that class.
You sure can, which is why we think fighters are so cool. That is the full fighter class. So be sure to get into the comments. Tell us about your fighter that you're playing now, that you want to play. Maybe even your favorite feature of the fighters themselves, which concludes everything.
It does conclude the fighter.
It sure does.
We appreciate you guys tuning in today. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Please comment below, as Logan said. All of our stuff's in the description if you're interested in seeing more from us.
Yeah.
We have a one-on-one live action podcast that we play.
When?
It comes out on Wednesday at noon.
Oh, sick.
You're on YouTube, Spotify, and we'd appreciate it if you see us over there too.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you don't tune in then, tune in next Saturday for more long rests.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right.
And we'll see you.
See you.